We got another email.
All right.
A 70s film question from Lisa Alexander.
Hey, what's up, Lisa?
Hello again, gentlemen. I am hoping you can help me choose a 1970s film. In the fall, I'm teaching a class on Black women in film, and I can't decide which 70s film to include. I have narrowed it down to Coffee, Foxy Brown, Cleopatra Jones, or Claudine. If you had to choose one, which would you pick? The other films I'm considering are Carmen Jones, Daughters of the Dust, Watermelon Woman, Eve's Bayou.
This is a good syllabus.
Middle of Nowhere.
Okay, all right.
Both versions of The Color Purple.
Okay.
And Pariah.
All right.
Stick a pin in Pariah.
All right, Lisa.
So let's she has some more, but Coffee, Foxy Brown, Cleopatra Jones, or Claudine. Which movie would you choose teaching a class on Black women in film?
Well, based on your syllabus, I think the challenge with Claudine, which is clearly the best film in everything that she said, is that I don't know if Claudine, by design, is representative of Black women in film in the 70s. Like, it really is its own thing. Whereas, Coffee or Cleopatra Jones, you get, the way Black women were sort of action heroes and doing stuff, and it has more of the blaxploitation feel.
Yeah.
And, I think Coffee is actually a good movie that kind of does a good job of its blaxploitation, but Coffee is actually a character. Coffee has my favorite ending of a blaxploitation film where she's just walking on the beach and like the weight of everything that she's done throughout the film just sort of falls on her.
Yeah, but there's something about Claudine to me, and I'm like hit or miss on Claudine personally, even though I recognize its place in the culture. The Cleopatra Jones and Coffee, to an extent, and certainly Foxy Brown, they are all just like a lot of the blaxploitation movies of that era. They are all like these over the top, like almost like superhero film.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a way, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Claudine, I think, is actually about Black women, in film, and also giving you a glimpse into Black women in the 70s.
Right. But if I'm hearing her right, this isn't about Black women in the 70s.
It's about Black women in film.
In the films in the 70s. So again, if you got to have something that's representative. Like, I think you're making the argument that is not even an argument. Like, hopefully no one is going to argue with you about this, that Claudine is the best movie of them. But are we looking for the best movie, or are we looking for something that's representative of Black women in the movies in the 70s? Because it's not representative.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, that was the whole thing, that they said it was counter-programming.
Yeah, it was counter-programming to the superhero antics of those action films, but in the other counter-programming to those films such as like the Sidney Poitier, Bill Cosby movies, Black women were basically just someone in the movie. Look,
Claudine is the best film of them. And when you talk about this sort of, most naturalistic depiction of Black womanhood in the 70s, besides Claudine, like, off the top of my head, like the best representation of black, Black Girl.
I was thinking about Black Girl.
Like, is there another
I just
film
don't think Black Girl.
where black women are seen as actual human beings in the
I'm
70s?
sure there are a few that we're just not thinking of right now.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, so you're saying Coffee.
I would go with Coffee, but again, I am assuming that those other films that she named are also on the syllabus.
I don't know. I think I would lean towards
Claudine.
Claudine.
All right.